Today I'm taking a look at some magic mold. Picked it up at my local gaming store. It's from Fat Boy Games and comes with a little instruction sheet. It's pretty handy. Basically, you get a whole bag of these lovely little blocks and you put some hot water over them and they're supposed to soften up. So I've got some water heating right now, and the first thing I thought I would give it a try on is I've got the Madrak Ironhide head here from an extra Madrak we had lying around. So give that a shot. Okay, so now I've got hot water. It says nearly boiling, so I basically have boiling water that I let cool a minute. And there we go. Now we just have to wait. Oh, I'm not very good at waiting, so I'm just kind of poking at it because that seems like fun. Alright, I definitely think it's soft enough now. You can see it's all stretchy and squishy, and that's fun. At this point, I've just got Madrak's head kind of squished in there. The directions say to wick away moisture, but I'm not really sure how you're supposed to go about doing that. And that really doesn't look thick enough. Just gonna grab a little bit more, because, you know, I've already got it heated up, so why not? So it looks like our mold is cooled off, and I just have to cut it out. Later I figured out an easier way to do this where I don't have to try not to cut myself so much. I found that after it cools off a little bit, it doesn't really stick to itself, so if you mold half of it and then mold the other half, the halves will pop right apart. It's a little bit safer and you actually get a little bit nicer mold lines, and especially this is very, very helpful around the detail work, especially when you're like trying to mold hands or something. So I did a trial with some Super Sculpey just to see how much detail I would get, and you can see it can get a lot of detail, but since the Super Sculpey doesn't firm up in there, because the Super Sculpey has to be baked to get hard, it kind of pulls apart in the mold, but you can still see like a ton of detail. So I went ahead and tried another couple things for fun. I started with one of the little whelps. You can see here, even though this is just the head, that he got pretty good detail. Although I'm still clearly just figuring out how to use this to get the best detail from it. It seems to be that keeping moisture off the surface is important, and making sure that you put the magic mold on while it's nice and hot also helps preserve a lot of that detail. Here's whelp head I did just with some green stuff real quick. I just let it sit in the mold overnight, and I guess that's about it. If there's anything else you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments.